Hi everyone, welcome back to another Dragon Ball Super card game deck profile video, and today I'm just going to be showing off my PARAGUS deck, which I built and have had quite a lot of fun using, and hope you find it to be a competitive deck and enjoy it as much as I have if you decide to build one. So this deck runs pretty similar to my Broly deck that I built and did a profile video on and released on my channel. But so if you feel like checking that out, please do so. But as I get into the cards, you'll notice there are quite a few significant differences between the two decks, and one of them being that I use dual colored cards in this one. So this will be a red-green deck profile, and we'll just get into it and start off with our leader card here. So we've got Paragus, and so when this card attacks, if you have any green cards in your battle area, you can draw one card, and it's got an activate main of choose one card from your life and add it to your hand. Then you can't add cards from your life to your hand for the duration of the turn. That sounds like a bad thing, but actually it is quite an advantage when it comes to using this deck. And then it's going to awaken of when your life is at 4 or less, you may draw one card and then choose up to one of your energies and switch it to active mode and flip this card over. So we've got old grey-haired Paragus, father of the demon, here on our awakened side, and he's got a permanent of you can't add cards from your life to your hand during your turn. And as I said, sounds like a bad thing, but is quite a good thing. And in order, when this card attacks, you get to draw one card, and its active battles is once per turn. So choose one card from your hand and place it into your drop area, and then you get to choose one of your Broly BR cards in the battle area and give it a 5,000 power boost for the duration of the turn. And that comes into play in a big way also to help you deal out those big hits and finish off your opponent if you play it right. So first card I've got in the deck is Paragus Deadly Premonitions, and so when you play this card from your hand, look at up to 5 cards from the top of your deck and choose up to one Broly BR card and add that to your hand, and then shuffle your deck. So this will allow you to seek out those Broly cards that you need in those moments when you're stalled out and can't find any. And here's an order of when this card is removed from your battle area by a skill, and if your leader card is a green Freezer Army card, choose up to one of your green energies and switch it to active mode. So he's if I forgot to mention, which I might have, he's just a 1 green energy cost to play him, and we've got 3 of him in our deck, as I said, just to help you seek out those cards in the moment of need. And next up we've got Broly himself now, and this is definitely one of the cards you're going to be looking for. So Broly Unrealized Ambition, he's a 1 energy cost of green, and so when you play this card from your hand, and if your leader card is a green Freezer Army card, choose 2 cards from your life and add them to your hand, and this is where your leader card will come into play on either side. So on your unawakened side, you just strike 1 life during your main phase, and that saves you from having to take 2 when you're bringing this guy out and if you're on your awakened side, you don't have to strike any lives at all. You can just play this guy without any cost to your life. And then his order of when this card is removed from the battle area by a skill or KO'd, and your leader card is a green for his army card, choose one or two cards from your life and add them to your hand, and then choose up to one green Broly BR card with an energy cost of 4 from your hand, and you get to play it. So if you remove this guy yourself during your turn, and you have either taken advantage of that skill on your unawakened side of your card, or the one on your leader card, or the awakened, or you've got your leader card awakened, and you won't have to pay that cost at all. But if your opponent does remove it, you will have to. So we've got 4 of him in our deck, and absolutely necessary for this deck. He's the foundation of the entire deck, basically. And next up we've got Broly Control Mechanism, and it's a 1 green energy cost, so it's a field card. So place and activate this card in your battle area, and it remains in your battle area until you activate another field. And when you do, place this card in the owner's drop area, and its activate main is you place this card in its owner's drop area and choose one of your Brolys and in your battle area, and then place it into the drop area also, and you get to draw a card as well. So that's very useful for triggering off the chain with the previous Broly card. And as I did mention previous, but I'll mention again, your leader card will come in very handy for not having to strike that much energy if you're removing the cards. I mean, that much life off yourself. If you're removing the cards with a control mechanism on your turn. And next up, so we've got 3 of those in our deck, sorry. So, and then next up we've got a 2 green energy cost, so Defending Father Paragus, and this is the super combo for this deck. Probably the best green super combo card out there at the moment, and so you can only have up to 4, include up to 4 cards with super combo in your deck, and it's got an order of when you combo with this card. If your leader card is green and your life is at 4 or less, you can draw 2 cards and then choose 1 card from your hand and send it to the warp. And power of 10,000 there on him too. So can play as a pretty good battle card as well if necessary. And 4 of him, sorry, in our deck. And then next up we've got Paragus Rampage Trigger, so 2 green energy cost on him, and he comes in very handy if you don't if you really want to trigger off that chain, Broly chain yourself, and you can't find any control mechanisms, and your opponent's avoiding KOing your Broly, so you can't evolve him. You can pull this guy out, and what he does is when you play this card from your hand, you may choose up to 1 Broly control mechanism from your deck and activate it straight away, and then shuffle your deck. So pretty much triggering Broly off straight away to evolve up his chain. And then he has an activate main also, so choose this card and one card in your battle area and place them into the drop area, and then you get to choose one of these skills. So choose up to one Broly BR card with an energy cost of 6 or less from your deck and add that to your hand, so allowing you to seek out a strong Broly card, and then you shuffle your deck. Or you can choose up to one Broly BR card from your drop area and add that to your hand. So very good for seeking out those Broly cards as well as the control mechanism. And I've got 4 of him in this deck, and really useful card. So, and then we've got our 4-drop Broly Berserker Origins. So this is the one that you're looking to get into your hand as quick as possible as well, and so costing 4 energies to needing to be green. And he's got an active battle of once per turn. Choose one card from your hand and place it into the drop area, and then choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 3 or less and KO it. So very good for just KOing your opponent's cards when you attack. So basically getting a dual attack with this card. So if you don't get him the first time, you can get him with the skill, and then it's got an order of when this card is removed from the battle area by skill or KO'd, and your leader card is Green Freezer Army. You may choose 2 cards from your hand and place them into the drop area, and if you do, choose up to one green Broly BR card with an energy cost of 6 from your hand and play it. So moving up the chain there into a stronger Broly, and especially if you've used some previous cards to help you seek that 6 energy Broly cost out. But as you'll see, I have 4 of those in our deck. As you see with this deck, you don't have to move up, choose to move up to the that way with your Broly chain. That's why we've got this one in our deck. So this is dual coloured red-green, 5 energy costs, so 2 have to be green and 1 red, and one has to be red and 2 green, and then the rest can be any energy to equal up to 5. So we've got full powered Broly, resonant evolution, and he's an EX evolve card, so costing 1 red and 2 greens to do so. And what you do is he goes on top of a Broly BR card with an energy cost of 4, so you can choose not to strike this guy from the battlefield and move up that chain into your 6-drop and just EX evolve on top of him with this guy. And this card is an absolute beast. This is probably my favorite card in the deck, actually, and so he features energy exhaust. So if you place this card into the energy, area, it must be placed there in rest mode. And he has Alliance red green, so when this card attacks, you may activate this skill by choosing one or more red or green battle card in your battle area and switching them to rest mode, and then this card gains the power equal to the total power of the cards switched to rest mode by this skill, and triple strike for the duration of the battle. Sorry. So significantly increasing the power of this card, and giving him triple strike as well. So yeah, making him an absolute tank. And when it comes to dealing some life damage to your opponent, and so he's also got a permanent of when you play this card with evolve, it can't be KO'd by your opponent. So essentially making him invincible as well, which can be a problem if you decide to go to the 6 energy drop Broly instead. It can be quite a hassle when your opponent just KOs him on you when you've gone to all the trouble. So this card preventing that from happening, and 4 of him in the deck. As I said, my favourite card in the deck, the way I prefer to go, but I do have the 6 drop Broly's in here as backup if you can't get this one out. And next up we have another very useful, awesome card for this deck profile. So 4 energy cost, 1 having to be red, so Super Saiyan Gogeta Acrobatic Warrior, and he's got a permanent of you can only have 1 Super Saiyan Gogeta Acrobatic Warrior in the battle area at a time, and an auto of when a battle card that is both red and green with an energy cost of 5, so the card that I just previously showed, is played into your battle area, activate this skill, and you may play this card from your hand. So if you've got this guy in your hand at the time you bring out the previous one, EX Evolve him, or however you may choose to bring him out, this guy gets to come out for free. So very handy skill right there, and also, as you'll see, has an auto with this, so when this card is switched to rest mode by Alliance, you get to deal 1 damage to your opponent. So choosing that Alliance skill on the full powered Broly card that I just previously mentioned, lets you strike a life instantly from your opponent. And not only that, this card is one of the cards, so not only that, when you get to switch this guy into rest mode, your Broly will take on his power, and allowing you to get a triple strike as well. So pretty much a double whammy with these 2 cards and 4 of him in the deck. I said I love going with the EX Evolve way when using this deck, and trying to get this guy out into play as well. And then we've got our 6 drop, so if you choose to go, or if you have no choice but to go this way, we've got 6 energy cost Broly Power Unleashed, and he's a double strike as well, so getting to do 2 damage to your opponent's life if you can, and It has a permanent of during battle, when this card is attacking, your opponents can't activate counter skills with an energy cost of 2 or more, which comes in pretty handy sometimes too. And an active battle of once per turn, choose one card from your hand and place it into the drop area, and then you can choose one of your opponent's battle cards and KO it. Yeah, that's a pretty much just getting to blast away one of your opponent's cards there with that skill. It has an order of when this card is removed from battle by a skill or KO'd. You may choose 2 cards from your hand and place them into the drop area, and if you do, you can choose up to 1 green Broly BR card with an energy cost of 8 from your hand and play it. So if your opponent does get rid of this guy on you, you can move up that chain into even stronger Broly if you have that guy in your hand. And 4 of him in our deck, and if I didn't mention, he was 6 energy cost, 2 having to be green. And next up we've got another dual colored card, and so Super Saiyan Gogeta, Resonant Explosion, 5 energy cost, 2 needing to be red, 1 needing to be green, the rest whatever you feel like. And a double strike as well, and has an arrival skill, so red/green, so you can, with 1 red energy cost, you can play this card from your hand when you have a red and green card in your combo area. So getting to bring this guy out for just 1 red energy if you combo up with a red and a green. And also has an energy exhaust, so if you play this card into your energy area, it must be placed there in rest mode. And order of when you play this card, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 4 or less and KO it. So getting to take out one of your opponent's cards if they've got a energy cost of 4 or less, and you can't and then you can't play Super Saiyan Gogeta Resonance Explosion for the duration of the turn if you do so. And 4 of him in the deck. And then next up we have our 8 drop. So if you do decide to go the Broly chain way and manage to get this guy out, he's a double strike with a permanent of during battle, when this card is attacking, your opponent can't activate. So where this card, during battle, where this card is attacking, your opponent can't activate counter skills with an energy cost 2 or more. And active battle of once per turn, choose 1 card from your hand and place it into the drop area, and you can choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier this time, and KO it. So getting to just eliminate one of your opponent's battle cards with no resistance at all with that skill. And he's a 35k beast card, and 4 of him in our deck. And then last up we've got our counter attack cards for this deck. So I've got Shocking Death Ball is just a 1 green energy cost, and So if your leader card is green, you get to negate the attack, and then you get to choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 2 or less and KO it. So getting double action with that skill there, and has a permanent sparking 5. So this only takes effect when you have 5 or more cards in your drop area, and you can activate this card's counter skill from your hand by adding a card from your life to your hand instead of paying the energy cost. So if you don't have the energy to use him, you can strike a life. Doing so, if you have the right amount of cards in your drop area. 4 of him in the deck. And then finally, for just the skill negating reasons, to stop those double, triple strikes, and whatever you may need it for. We have Godstrike Beerus in our deck, and his autos, when you combo with this card, choose up to one of your keyword skills on one of your opponent's battle cards and negate that, negate it for the duration of the turn. And he's also a 15k 3-drop card as well, with the combo power of 10,000 for energy cost of 2. And as this is pretty much to try and replace Cold Bloodlust, because previous to the latest ban list, I did used to play this with yellow cards, but I've decided to change it just to red, green, and add Beerus in there as a pretty poor substitute, but it still works. And that's it for this deck profile today. So hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, enjoy the rest of your day.